United States of America. The U.S. remains the world's preeminent military power. On the 2026 Global Firepower Index, it holds the #1 rank with a power index score of 0.0741. And in this index, the closer a country is to zero, the more powerful it is. This dominance is fueled by a massive $895 billion annual budget, the largest in history. That investment maintains a force of 1.39 million active personnel and 800,000 reserves. But the core of American deterrence is the nuclear triad. With roughly 5,117 warheads ready for launch via land-based missiles, strategic bombers, and silent submarines, the U.S. ensures a response is always possible from any corner of the globe. Beyond the triad, the armed forces project global power through 11 nuclear aircraft carriers, 13,000 aircraft, 6,200 M1 Abrams tanks including 2,500 active M1A2 Abrams, and 750 bases across 80 countries. Combined with THAAD and MIM-104 Patriot defenses, this infrastructure creates an unmatched global defense network. Russia remains the world's second most powerful military force. On the 2026 Global Firepower Index, it holds the #2 rank with a power index score of 0.0791. This immense territorial power is fueled by a rapidly expanding annual budget of $166 billion, the highest since the Soviet era. That investment maintains a massive force of 1.5 million active personnel and over 2 million reserves. But the core of Russian deterrence lies in its unparalleled nuclear arsenal. With 5,459 warheads ready for launch via land-based silos, mobile platforms, and a fleet of ballistic submarines. Beyond the triad, the Russian armed forces project power through some of the world's most advanced anti-air networks. Using systems like the S-400 and S-500, combined with one of the world's largest armored fleets of roughly 5,600 tanks, including modern models like the T-90, and hypersonic cruise missiles such as the 3M-22 Zircon, this infrastructure creates a heavy territorial defense capable of deterring major threats. China represents the world's premier rising superpower. On the Global Firepower Index, it holds the #3 rank with a power index score of 0.0919. This rapid military expansion is fueled by an official annual budget of $277 billion, the second largest globally. That investment maintains 2.03 million active personnel, the largest standing army on Earth, alongside 510,000 reserves. The core of China's deterrence is its expanding nuclear arsenal. With roughly 600 warheads and massive new missile silos, China operates the fastest-growing nuclear force on the planet. Beyond the triad, the Chinese military secures its territory through an anti-access area denial strategy. Using a navy of roughly 841 ships, 3,529 aircraft, and about 5,000 tanks, including advanced Type 99A, alongside hypersonic carrier-killer missiles like the DF-21D, this system creates a massive defensive bubble designed to keep rival forces far from China's shores. India remains the dominant military power in South Asia. On the Global Firepower Index, it holds the 4th rank with a power index score of 0.1346. This rapid modernization is fueled by a record-breaking $86 billion annual budget. That investment maintains 1.43 million active personnel and 1.15 million reserves. The core of Indian deterrence is its strict no-first-use nuclear triad. With roughly 180 warheads ready for launch via Agni missile systems, fighter jets, and Arihant-class submarine platforms, India guarantees a devastating retaliatory response. Beyond the triad, the military secures its borders against a potential two-front conflict. Utilizing advanced S-400 anti-air networks, modern aircraft carriers, and one of the world's largest armored fleets with over 4,700 tanks, including the T-90 Bhishma and the Arjun tank. This creates a formidable defensive fortress. South Korea operates one of the most technologically advanced militaries in Asia. On the Global Firepower Index, it holds the 5th rank with a 0.1642 score. This deterrence is fueled by a $50 billion annual budget. That investment maintains 600,000 active personnel and 3.1 million reserves. Lacking nuclear weapons, the core of its deterrence is the three-axis system. Using the kill chain strike doctrine and Hyunmoo ballistic missiles, Seoul guarantees devastating retaliation. Beyond strikes, the military secures its borders through a heavily fortified ground presence. Utilizing over 2,200 tanks, including world-class domestic armor like the K-2 Black Panther, alongside the Korea air and missile defense, this infrastructure creates an impenetrable frontline designed to stop any invasion dead in its tracks. France remains Europe's premier independent military power. On the 2026 Global Firepower Index, it holds the 6th rank with a power index score of 0.1798. This reach is fueled by a newly boosted $71.7 billion annual budget, the highest in decades. That investment maintains a highly trained force of roughly 270,000 active personnel and 40,000 reserves. But the core of French deterrence is its independent nuclear arsenal, the force de dissuasion. With 290 warheads ready for launch via silent submarines and Rafale jets, France strictly guarantees its own survival. Beyond nukes, the military projects power through elite expeditionary forces. Operating with a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier, this creates a fast, mobile strike force capable of rapid overseas interventions anywhere. Japan operates one of the most technologically elite militaries on Earth. On the 2026 Global Firepower Index, it holds the 7th rank with a power index score of 0.1876. This rapid modernization is fueled by a record $58 billion annual budget, as Tokyo increases defense spending. That investment maintains a specialized force of 251,500 active personnel and 56,000 reserves. While constitutionally restricted to self-defense and having zero nuclear weapons, Japan relies on the U.S. nuclear umbrella for ultimate strategic deterrence. Beyond that alliance, Japan secures its waters with a high-tech maritime fortress. Utilizing Aegis destroyers, F-35 fighters, and a new unmanned coastal network called SHIELD, this creates an impenetrable island defense.
United Kingdom.
The UK remains one of the world's most capable and strategically influential military powers. On the Global Firepower Index, it holds the 8th rank with a 0.1881 score. This reach is fueled by a robust $71.5 billion annual budget. That investment maintains 147,000 active personnel and 32,000 reserves. The core of British deterrence is its continuous at-sea deterrent. With 225 warheads ready via Vanguard-class submarines, the UK ensures a devastating retaliatory response. Beyond nukes, the military projects power through an expeditionary naval doctrine. Anchored by 2 aircraft carriers with F-35B Lightning II fighters and supported by 213 Challenger 2 tanks, with 148 of them currently being upgraded to the Challenger 3 variant, the armed forces operate as a highly mobile strike force integrated into NATO's air defense network, capable of responding anywhere. Germany is undergoing a historic military revitalization. On the 2026 Global Firepower Index, it holds the 12th rank. This rapid modernization is fueled by a massive $88.5 billion annual budget, bolstered by a €100 billion defense fund. That investment maintains a force of roughly 186,000 active personnel and 34,000 reserves. While Germany does not possess its own nuclear weapons, the core of its deterrence relies on NATO nuclear sharing, storing U.S. gravity bombs deployable by the German Air Force. Beyond deterrence, the military projects power through world-class armored warfare. Anchored by around 320 tanks including elite Leopard 2 models, advanced IRIS-T SLM air defenses, and a growing fleet of F-35 Lightning II fighters, this creates a formidable conventional force at the heart of NATO. See you in the next one. Until then, keep watching our other videos.